The single biggest thing that impacts the performance of a leader is the performance of their team. Being able to grow people, that's how leaders have the biggest impact on their results. Whether your team is exceptional, whether they're terrible, or anything in between, they always have more potential. And often it's so frustrating that you can't get them to reach that potential. Well, feedback is the difference. Feedback is the way to unlock their potential. And it's what you see, what you know, and the possibilities that you see for them. That's how you can create real change. Leaders that I work with often feel frustrated with their teams. It's not that they're not giving feedback, they are. It's that feedback isn't having enough of an impact. It is uncomfortable to give it, and let's be honest, most of us would rather avoid giving feedback. And so if it doesn't really work anyway, if it doesn't have much impact, you can see that it's only human over time for people to give less feedback. And of course, what happens then is on some level we're accepting mediocrity or just accepting this is the way people are and that they're not going to get any better. But that's not great leadership, is it? I know just how powerful feedback can be when it's done really well, and actually how simple it is to do it in a way that has real impact. And it's not the way that most people were trained to do it. So I created this course to shift people from giving feedback that informs to feedback that transforms. For me, this is a skill that every leader should have, to be able to use feedback to transform performance, capability, confidence, engagement, trust. That is really powerful leadership right there. So how do we do it? Well, firstly, we look at you. What is it that you have? What is it that they don't have? What does feedback that transforms actually sound like in practice? And how do you create the habits that ensure that you're working with this kind of feedback as part of your daily routine and your ways of thinking? We work with the number one barrier to giving feedback. It's uncomfortable. And understand, what do you do with this? Because you can't do nothing with it. It's the number one barrier. And actually, it can be really useful. So we work with what to do about it. You'll also learn how to give feedback conversations that are not one way. So often feedback is just one way. Actually, feedback that's two-way, that's a really powerful discussion, a two-way discussion, that's when it shifts from being something that informs to something that transforms. You'll experience the power of positive feedback and just how phenomenally important it is to growing someone's confidence, how to do it in a way that actually makes a difference to their confidence, and not just in the moment, but over the long term. And why that's important in creating a really solid foundation for someone's growth and development. Finally, you'll learn how to take feedback from one-off uncomfortable conversations to an ongoing intentional dialogue that isn't uncomfortable. In fact, it's something that builds trust and connection between you and your people, and it's something that can happen every single day. You may even get excited about giving feedback. If you want to be an expert in developing people, you'll want to do this course. This is not Feedback 101. This is master's level feedback that will shift how you give feedback and the impact it has forever. Are you interested? I know that you are going to get so much out of this. If you'd like to learn more, you can book a discovery call on the page or reserve your space through one of the buttons on the page. I love the potential that this course has to offer so many leaders. That's why I've developed it and I've spent a lot of time working on it. I'd love to share more with you and look forward to it.